Hi everyone, Matthew here at AAWeatherWatch, taking a look at the weather through the course of the coming weekend, obviously the final weekend of August, Saturday the 26th and Sunday the 27th. And there is some good news finally for the forthcoming weekend, which will be predominantly dry. Within the short term though, there is some unsettled weather through the rest of Friday. There is a weather front, particularly across some central and northern areas of the country, particularly within this region here, set to bring some outbreaks of rain and showers again through the remainder of Friday. Some locally heavy rain is possible at times, but there will be a distinct north and south divide in the weather, with again the wettest weather expected across the north, whereas the further south you are, with the exception of a few showers, it should generally be drier. Now, I'm bringing your attention to this region of relatively cloud-free skies here to the west of Ireland. This is essentially the weekend's weather, which again, with the exception of a few showers, is for quite a lot of dry weather. Quite a lot of useful dry weather over the weekend, particularly compared with the very unsettled weather which has been in evidence in recent weeks. Back to the short term, however, just taking a quick look at latest rainfall radar and satellite imagery, you can see the wet weather, particularly across, again, northern areas of the country in particular. There is a lot of cloud across the country too, but some of this cloud will begin to break, again, particularly across some southern and eastern areas, so some brighter, if not sunnier, intervals at times, but emphasis through the rest of Friday, certainly for a lot of wet weather, particularly across northern areas, across Ulster, for example, whereas the further south and east you are, yes, some scattered showers is to be expected, but equally there will still be quite a lot of dry weather, especially in comparison with further north. So let's move on and take a look at the all-important weather charts now to put the details onto the forecast through the course of Friday and into the weekend. And we start with a quick look at the rest of Friday. An area of low pressure, a very slow moving area of low pressure, continues to dominate just to the north and northwest of the country within this region here. And as you can see, it is across more northern areas nearest to this low pressure, where again further rain and showers are expected through the afternoon. So progressing through towards around about the middle of the afternoon and then on into Friday evening, you can see particularly across the northern areas, that's where most of the wet weather will again be through the rest of the day. Further south, a few showers, but generally drier with some bright or sunny spells. So we move through into Friday evening and overnight, and the rain and showers across northern areas finally begins to clear away as the low pressure weakens, and essentially through into the early hours of Saturday it is a dry period of weather. Quite a lot of cloud through into Saturday morning, but otherwise we're quite hopeful that the cloud will begin to break, again particularly across some southern and eastern areas of the country. So through the course of Saturday afternoon, a pleasant spell of weather, mainly dry across many areas as you can see. A few isolated showers can't be ruled out completely, but again emphasis is on predominantly dry weather for much of the country. Variable amounts of cloud, yes, but equally the cloud will break to allow for some bright or sunny spells too, and certainly feeling pleasant enough in any sunny spells and light winds. So we move through into Saturday evening, and a pleasant evening for most, dry with some brighter sunny spells to end the day. It is then generally dry overnight as well through into the early hours of Sunday. A locally chilly start as well is certainly possible on Sunday morning, but the good news is, again, predominantly dry weather will be maintained, and it is that theme where through the course of Sunday it is a little area of high pressure just to the east and southeast of the country, which will continue to maintain, again, predominantly dry and settled conditions. So we move into Sunday afternoon, perhaps more cloud beginning to develop across some parts of the north and west, but this is the latest weather chart for around about the middle of the afternoon on Sunday. As you can see, it is still dry for much of the country, and the cloud is still broken to allow for some brighter sunny spells, and it will certainly feel pleasant enough in the sunshine where it develops. And we move into the end of the weekend with a weather system approaching from the west and northwest. So as a result, the start of next week will see more unsettled weather arrive after the relatively dry weekend. This is the latest weather chart for around about the middle of the day on Monday into early next week. It is forecast to be again a dry start on Monday, particularly across southern and eastern areas, but further north and west wet weather will return as we move into the start of next week, and that will also signal a drop in temperatures as much cooler weather then arrives through next week. So let's move on and take a quick look at the temperatures now through the course of the coming weekend, and overall temperatures will be near to average for late August, so again certainly pleasant enough in some sunny spells. Temperatures this afternoon widely 14 to 18 degrees Celsius, highest temperatures always across southern areas, coolest beneath the wet weather in the north. Temperatures overnight probably no lower than around about 10 or 11 degrees Celsius, and then we move through into Saturday, and temperatures again in the region of around about 11 to 18 degrees Celsius. 11 degrees probably starting the day, but then temperatures certainly rising through the afternoon. As you can see, highs here 16, 17, 18 degrees again possible, perhaps even local 19 degrees as you can see across some southern and southwestern areas in any sunny spells, and that's certainly pleasant enough for the time of year. Temperatures overnight and through into Sunday probably dropping no lower than around about 10 or 11 degrees Celsius again, otherwise generally 12, 13 or 14, so quite a mild night on Saturday night into Sunday. And temperatures overall, if anything, near if not a little bit higher by the time we get to Sunday afternoon. As you can see, temperatures widely 17 to 20 degrees, perhaps even 20 or 21 degrees Celsius, possibly in some sunshine again across some southern and southwestern areas on Sunday afternoon, so certainly feeling very, very pleasant indeed in relatively light winds and some bright or sunny spells. So let's finalise that in our weekend weather summary. Overall, the weekend will be predominantly dry. Yes, a few scattered showers can't be ruled out on Saturday, perhaps especially across Ulster first thing, but otherwise it is a mainly dry day with some brighter sunny spells, pleasant in the sunshine and with light winds too. We move through into Sunday, and again the dry weather will be maintained on Sunday. Isolated showers still possible, but this will be the exception to the rule, and again predominantly many areas will be dry with further brighter sunny spells developing through the day, and in that sunshine temperatures will rise as well, and another very pleasant afternoon on Sunday is forecast. So that's all the details for the forthcoming weekend. We hope you enjoy the dry weekend. Finally, a little window of better weather after some clearly very unsettled weather in the last few weeks. So thanks for tuning in and have a great weekend.